about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Find out.
Bridgewater on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on second is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
The second down carry for Irvin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Watson on third down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Bridgewater now on second down. And Josh Hill has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 out of first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dumps off to Powell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Bridgewater now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for... This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Cordero Patterson, the 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Bridgewater. Room to run past midfield. It's caught here by Adams. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there. What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Reset! Come back! Richmond!
Watson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Target!
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Come back!
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Richmond! Do jet!
On 2nd down, here's Miller. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Tiger. Richmond.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
2nd down, Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, it's Powell, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Watson making up for some lost time here in season number 2. He's got the Texans on the move with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And Bullock will put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Richmond. Tiger.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Adams. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bridgewater. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tommy Lee Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Olivier Vernon able to drop him for a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
After the penalty, it's Miller. Oh, he shifts past him. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bridgewater on first down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Bridgewater to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or set packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now out comes Houston. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
That one complete to Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jeremy Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A second down throw for Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater now. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind the line.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run with Miller, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
All right, now, look at 56.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, Often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They'll run on first down. Adams, he will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Watson hands this to Foreman. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile,